Schedule preview. Okay.
Yep, schedule preview. Since this week is the schedule preview, we're going to talk about it. Plus rookie minicamp and, well, Jalen freaking Hurts and Saquon Barkley squatting. Let's get to the aftermath, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Birds of Broad Street presents Broad Street Aftermath with your boy Cool Cat Connor, with my boy Smitty and the King DV. What up, fellas?
Cooling, man. Relaxing, man. Enjoying my weekend.
How you doing, Kenny King?
I'm chilling, hanging in there, man, listening to some good music.
Rocking in some good classes too, by the way. Look, Kenny. Look, Kenny King. All you need is a throne. all he needs is a throne. But yeah, let's get to the aftermath lineup, rookie mini camp, and we'll preview the 2024 NFL schedule. But before we do that, I don't know if y'all saw this past weekend, but my boy squatting and with Saquon Barkley in the background. Saquon Barkley squatting with Jalen freaking Hurts in the background. So, Smitty, you want to react to our boys working and Saquon Barkley and Jalen?
It's just good to see, man. You know what I'm saying? We back at it. You know what I'm saying? We probably finna take another little break here, but it's good to see the guys together, man. Jordan Davis looking slim. You know, just the excitement of seeing you guys get back to work, man. We know it's almost that time. It's almost back. It's almost football time to really put in some work. So a couple months to go.
Yep. Ken?
Just cool just to see them trying to get their bodies back into football shape. And you know, we've been seeing Saquon, we've seen videos of Saquon even when he's with the Giants, squatting and also doing leg work, pause, but just doing leg work. Also, we know what Jalen Hurts can do. So there's no surprise. It's just good to see that it makes it seem like they're focused on the one goal. That's it.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I like what I saw from the players. So let's get to what we're going to talk about, and that's rookie mini camp. We saw a lot of stuff going on in rookie mini camp. We saw the clips, we saw the highlights. So we'll start with King, since he's close to NovaCare Complex. Trust me, I know. So King, we'll start with you. Your reaction, your reaction to rookie mini camp, and we'll get to what they had to say and stuff. So your reaction.
I really didn't catch too much, honestly. I just know that they the cornerbacks, the young guys, Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean had some good some good tape that they showed, like, that I saw. Happy to see AJ Brown there. That was big. Um, but besides that, I don't really have too much. I mean, I'm just happy that, oh, and the guy from the Bengals, fastest wide receiver, ran a 4.2. He was out there, number 18, I believe. Um,
Ross.
yeah, Ross. He was decent. I mean, from what I can see, I don't know if he's going to meet the team, but he got a shot. So we shall see. But overall, man, I'm just happy that around this time we're working on getting back into football shape, like I said, um, and then giving everybody a chance to try to make the roster. So, but it's good to see AJ Brown out there. His leadership. A lot of people question that. Just him, just trying to scope out the young guys and see what they're working on, especially the wide receivers, and see how he can help and everything. So that's big. The camaraderie is there. So I'm happy about that. But overall, I'm happy about the two studs that we got in the first and second round.
Smitty?
Well, now they studs, huh? Now he a stud.
They're all studs now. They on my team. They studs now.
I ain't gonna cape. I don't think he a stud, but I think he's very, very well.
Who?
He's
Which
gonna
one?
be the second one.
Okay.
The first one is
You look at me. I'm
one
just
is
asking you.
listen. The first one is a diamond, boy. The first one finna go crazy. But nah, it was good to see, man. It was good to see. I liked what I seen. You know what I mean? It wasn't much. It wasn't many people out there. It's mostly for the rookies. But it was nice to see AJ Brown out there. Pushing the guys. Being a motivational piece on the sideline. He wasn't dressed to go do anything, but he was there just as motivation and possibly watching. You know what I mean? Maybe he gonna help with a little scouting. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he was out there to see. Maybe he's out there to see wide receiver 3.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm proud that AJ Brown and Jordan Mailata, both of them was at rookie mini camp. What up, everybody? We got Ready Red in the building. We got, yeah, I know. We got Eagles Nation class in the building. They're releasing the schedule sometime this week. We're just gonna preview each team and then we'll react to the schedule next Sunday. So we're just gonna
they've been leaking games
I'm
already. This game's been leaked already.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I'm with Smitty though. I'm with Smitty. Like I'm on record like saying Paris Campbell was going to be a wide receiver 3. But look, after looking at this kid that we got, I don't know, man. I think he could be the number 3. He could be the number 3.
I told you he was on my list, bro. I told you he was on my list, bro. 3, bro. I had him on the list.
Yo, these vets need to get out of here.
One day soon, right? Y'all gonna remember that you know what I'm saying, that I got a little bit of guru in me, man. Just a little bit. I might know a little something.
I'm looking at this tape and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, yo, he would fit so well. He just got to get his route running like very like he can run routes, but it's not like crisp to me. I need him to have a crisp route running, and he would be great.
But he's been a gadget player. I mean, you can't really, honest to God, truth, if you really look at it, he's not asked to run routes. So you really can't even evaluate his route running. So that's why if I show you my notes, it just say question mark. And the only reason I got a question mark is because they only asked to run the gadget plays a lot of the times, and that kind of like threw me off because I'm like, can he run routes, or are they asking him to do the gadget plays because he can't run routes? You know what I mean?
Good question. That's a good question though, because I didn't think about it like that. I just thought about it as that he was just using his strength, and that was it. His strength is gadget plays, yards after catch. That was his play. But that's a good question. Like, how do you basically like open his playbook up to running routes? Like, who's able to unlock that? Because if it wasn't unlocked in college, then yeah, he's in a perfect situation now. But God forbid, what if something happens? Like Smitty got to be out a couple plays, something like that, and you ask
him, man.
Route. Huh? What is that?
I think he got it in him. I think you just gonna have to ask him to do it. I think that was the issue. Because when he get in the open field, the moves he make in the open field tell you
No,
he can do a
that's
little something running
impeccable.
route. You know what I mean?
That's impeccable. That's impeccable. But I just need to see it on the NFL level. Like that's what I need to see. I didn't see it that much at college because I know what he's capable of doing, just having his own thing going on, catching the ball and then making people miss. And yards have to catch is crazy. But it's just the route running for me. I know he got the dog in him and everything, but we gotta just you know have him run those routes when we need it. Be smarter so he won't get into like that point where he's getting injured.
I think he'll be fine, man. He ain't gonna be asked to run them about 4 or 5 routes at slot anyways. He accomplished those for me. I'll be fine.
You
Unlock
think
it though. I think they're going to unlock it though because you already know they're going to be moving Smitty around. So sometimes he might even be on the outside if he's the 3, which I want him to be the 3. Honestly, I want him to be the 3. After what I've seen from Paris Campbell and the ball that Devontae Parker, I want him to be the third receiver.
I agree. I want Smith to be the third wide receiver as well. I'm with you guys. Hold on. Eagles Nation says, and bring some questions in, y'all. We only got 2 topics today, but it's really awesome when y'all here give us your questions. So please send us your question. We want to talk.
Eagle Nation, I know you know I watched that tape, dog. He been on my list for a minute. DV will tell you, I've been telling him about Anais and Braylon Allen. Those are my first two people I brought to the table.
No, he did. Like Smitty did bring that up to me. I'm gonna give him that credit, but I didn't think that we were gonna take him where we took him. But I'm happy that we did.
Hey, I remember when I brought it to DV, and then the next week we had like we was going out to see people, and we showed up, and I was like, bro, we went and seen Anais Smith. He was like, no, we ain't gonna get him, bro. No, we ain't gonna get him. I was like, no, we gonna get him. I was so happy, bro. We in for something, bro. We in for something, bro. I know everybody hating on Kellen Moore because the tape he got on for other teams. This ain't other teams, bro. Y'all gotta put that behind y'all. Let that go. He an Eagle now, man. He gonna put out different tape. He got different people here, man.
And that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people were saying, like, oh, Jalen Hurts don't have no excuses and all this other stuff.
He ain't looking for nothing either.
I know. I already know that. We know.
No, I know you know, but I'm like, man, he ain't looking for nothing. You don't want no excuse.
But Kellen Moore, this is it. This is it. If he does not do well with this roster, it's it. This is it for him to even try to get a head coaching job. This is it. So he has to be basically impeccable. He has to. Can't be no slouches or nothing like that. And these vets that's on the team, like the AJ Browns, what you call them hitting that way? All the captains on the offensive line, all the captains on the offense is going to help him try to get to that status where he might be head coaching material. But little do they know, and Saquon Barkley too being there. But little do they know, Kellen Moore had a lot of help, and when he gets to another team, it's not going to be what you think it is. Because I don't think, honestly, Kellen Moore is better than what we had last year.
Yeah.
But what you call him, like with more experience and everything, Shane Steichen could be up there with Kellen Moore to be that guy. I know I already know he's a head coach for the Colts, but he could be up there. A lot of people talk about his offense. A lot of people didn't really talk about Shane Steichen offense except for us.
Hey, Jigga, it had to be a misunderstanding, bro. I might have messed up because I like the Anais since Senior Bowl, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I might have messed that one up.
And I think I really wasn't on like wide receiver because I'm like, I don't think we need to get a wide receiver 3. I think it's more tight end.
And that might have been my argument too. I didn't think we was gonna get a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Let's see. We had Eagles Nation said, I just wish we drafted a sledgehammer back, but oh well, next offseason or Kendall Milton.
I like Kendall Milton, man.
me say
Yeah,
this again. Like I said this on the second show I did on Wednesday. I'm gonna say this again. I don't think that they want that type of back.
they brought
Really
one
don't.
in though. They brought Kendall in.
That's cool, but
He a power back,
he's
6'2", 230, 240.
they don't want that type back in the offense. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. This is why Shipley got drafted. They don't want that type of person in the rotation. I don't know why. We would love that, but as fans, but they don't want that. I don't know why. And as long as Nick Sirianni is here, I don't think that we will have that.
Yeah, that might have been what it was, Jigga. I might have been late to the party, girl. But since I watched the tape, since I seen his first time seeing him on my board, I liked him though. It had to be like either
really,
Senior Bowl or right after Senior Bowl when
I didn't really take a deep dive on Anais until like after he got drafted. I'm like, all right, let me check this kid out. And I'm in the room next to my wife, and I'm like, ooh, and she like, what you making all the noises for? I'm like, oh, I was just watching this player highlights. And I'm like, yeah, we got a gym. We got a gym. If we can unlock his full potential, we got a gym. At wide
You think
receiver.
Anaya is going to be the third string wide receiver? And who
So,
we got to
we
beat
talking
out?
about
Who we got to beat out anyway?
Paris Campbell,
Please.
Devontae Parker. No. Listen, bro. I'm not
only
saying
laughing
that.
because that's who we got to beat out.
If he showed
listen,
the potential he had in college, he got the spot.
Listen, we know that, but it's all.
No, I'm saying if he showed
them,
them the potential in camp, he got the spot. He ain't even got to beat them out. He just got to be as good as he was in college.
You already know how players how coaches favor some people.
Kellen Moore ain't got no favoritism to Paris Campbell, bro. None. Zero. Don't know him from a can of paint. Now, if Shane Steichen or Sirianni has something to do with the offense, I would definitely be saying he had to beat Paris out. But Kellen Moore don't owe Paris no spot.
Sirianni probably do.
Yeah, but now you ain't got no control of the offense. You got your hands tied. Kellen Moore say, "Hey man, I'm putting Anais in. You in trouble." Paris just gonna be wide receiver 4. He'd be all right at 4.
He would.
He would. Let's see. I haven't read this comment yet, which is, it's a free agent left. Would you sign Simmons, the safety, or Calais Campbell?
Calais Campbell 50, man. Man, I thought the man was. I thought the man was like younger, and then I seen that man was almost 40. And nah, I'm good. I'll pass. I didn't know he was that old.
I wouldn't sign like knowing what I know now. I wouldn't sign any one of them because I feel like number one is bad for business for Simmons. I'm not saying that he's not a great player. We've been talking about him way before the draft. But like I said, we just got Cooper DeJean. Sidney Brown is coming back. We got CJ Gardner-Johnson. Reed Blankenship is still in the play. As starter. I'm not one of those guys that think that Simmons won't make an impact on his team because he would, but I don't want to add on to the depth, knowing that we got 2 guys that went 1 and 2 that deserve to be on the field. We got a lot of guys that could, or a couple guys that can actually play nickel corner and safety. Why would we sit up there and get a safety? So now it blocks that. Like, you don't want to do that. So I wouldn't try to go after any one of them. I would hold on to the money just in case that we gotta, probably sign a vet down the stretch to just do the safety, or not safety, injuries, or I don't know if you want to extend somebody and chop out to that, in that salary cap. But I would not get no Simmons or Campbell at all. I would not do that.
I pass, man. I don't see a reason to get either one of those dudes. It's just, not at this point. We already loaded in the. I mean, I'll say crowded. I ain't gonna say loaded. I'll say we crowded in the secondary as it is already.
We is because me and Smitty always talk about it. Kelly Ringo, he could get converted to a
I mean,
safety.
Cooper DeJean is
You got no.
safety.
Right. You got Cooper DeJean. A lot of people, some person on the second video I did with Eagles Elite. Shout out to them. Just basically saying that. Matter of fact, no, it was It was Stu. Stu said that we got Cooper DeJean, Avonte Maddox, and CJ Gardner Johnson. All three of them can play multiple positions.
I don't know why Avonte Maddox got added in, but okay.
No, I'm just saying. No, that's what he said.
I'm talking to Stu. I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to Stu. He was here. I don't know why Avonte Maddox got added in. I would have preferred you added Sidney Brown in.
Him too. I feel like that he could play a couple positions too, and that. So we'll be okay. That's why I said, as of right now, as it stands, yes, nobody wanted Cooper DeJean. We wanted a linebacker. We thought we was moving up for a linebacker, but as it stands right now, who we got, I feel like that if Slay, Bradbury, or even if Bradbury is out, I feel like if Slay is out, and hell, even what's your call? I think that we'll be fine. Even CJ Gardner Johnson, I think we'll be fine at in the secondary.
Shakita, what's good, sis?
Going on? How's the little one?
What's going on? So with that being said, before we get to our previewing the schedule, our opponents, question for both of you guys. How do y'all feel about the offseason so far, going into OTAs and going to training camp? How are we feeling? What does Howie Roseman got to do more of? King, I'll start with you. How you feel about this offseason? Because I made a video and asked this question. Who's having a better offseason than the Philadelphia Eagles? So I just want to know from you guys, how y'all feeling about the offseason?
Keith Sweat say? Keith Sweat said, nobody's having a better offseason. Look, I feel ecstatic, bro. I feel ecstatic. Now you do no. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
You do have some teams that did make moves,
Right.
Washington Commanders did make some moves to help that organization out. Just to name a few. But I feel like that this is probably the most excited I have been about an all season in a while. Regardless if we didn't get my guy or not, I wanted Edgerrin Cooper to be here, but that's another story. But overall, I'm just like, you couldn't ask for a better all season, man. The extensions that we did for 1A and 1B. Then you sit up there and shore up the line, even the left side, I should say. Shore that up. You got Saquon Barkley in here. When you look at the cap hits, it's like impeccable because it's like you already know what he's going to do at the tail end. He's going to restructure. He's going to renegotiate that contract, the restructure to try to extend them out and spread the payments. So you already know what he does. But overall, man, this all season has been ecstatic, man. It's been in a positive light, and I just can't wait to see it on the field because a lot of people say it's on paper.
Right.
Wait until y'all play it on the field. So I just can't wait to see it on the field.
Yep. And I'm going to ask everybody on the chat how y'all feeling about the offseason and who's having a better offseason than the Philadelphia Eagles. Let us know in the chat. But Smitty, we'll go to you.
I ain't gonna say we got the best offseason, but for us, I mean, for what we came from last season to, I know for sure we took it serious. I know for sure we was on fire. I know for sure we executed as the best we could. You know what I mean? I know how we put in all the effort to make sure we didn't come in with the same team, the lackluster effort we left with last year. As far as best, I mean, that's subjective. You know what I'm saying? As far as an Eagle fan, obviously we see ours that's better than somebody else's, but it's other teams that executed it, you know what I'm saying, also look pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to figure it out, man. But I'm hoping that, we can bring it into the season and really show up. But as far as what Howie has really achieved in this offseason, he's achieved some great things. He's been able to pull off some things we didn't think was going to be able to be accomplished this offseason, but he's extended a few guys. He's brought in some new guys, and I think it's gonna be a productive season, man. I think we're gonna build off of some of the things we did well last season. We're gonna bring in some new things, and hopefully we can do those things well. But it's been a great offseason, a great draft. Hopefully we can get some good OTAs, and we can get a good start to the season, man.
Yep. Let's read some comments because y'all know where I stand. But we pretty.
I'm with y'all. Let's go, Phillies. Let's go. But yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yep. Salute to the Phillies, man. Winning. Salute to the Phillies. We pretty much addressed all the weakness, so that was the best way possible. I agree. Let's see. Davey said, D-line edge worries me still. Luckily for y'all, the offseason ain't over yet, so we'll see. Our man Stu saying we having a great offseason, but so are the Detroit Lions, the Packers, the Texans, our teams to watch this year.
I'm saying the Commanders too. Like, I didn't want to name everybody, but yeah, right. Detroit, Packers, especially the Packers, man. They got my guy Ezra Cooper, the Texans as well. Did y'all hear that JJ wanted to come back to the Texans?
Yeah, I heard.
Because he want to retire. I get it. So we shall see what they got, what they got going on, man.
Yeah. The only reason why I made that video about who's having a better offseason than the Philadelphia Eagles, because everything I've been seeing from the workouts, from rookie mini camps, to what Howie T's been doing, signing all these free agents, signing all our players, what he did last year with Jalen freaking Hurts, this draft with Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell and Jeremiah Trier Jr. It's like, now again, it's on paper and it's May. Let's see how the Eagles do when we get on the field against the Green Bay Packers in 124 days. But I like what I see this offseason, and that's me being biased because I rock these colors, I rock this team, I rock Jalen freaking Hurts. I just love what I see this offseason. So that's why I made that video to begin with. Go Phils. Rams. The Rams having a good offseason as well. And ring chasing. I agree with that. So next, the final topic is, of course, we're previewing the NFL schedule. What we're not going to do, because it's early, it's May, we ain't going to give our predictions. We'll do that in August and stuff. We'll just give our thoughts on each and every team. And then next Sunday, we'll react to the schedule and we'll give our pre-thoughts on it. So let's go ahead and and we're not doing Green Bay because we already did that. But let's go ahead and let's talk about our opponents. First, the New York Giants. King, if you want to talk about the Giants first or no.
That's going to be a get back game, honestly. Whatever comes first. I don't know if it's going to be the away game or the home game first, but It's going to be a get back game for our boy Saquon. So, looking forward to it, man. I don't know what they got going on, or too much of what they got going on over there, but yeah. But it is what it is.
Yep.
Why you didn't say the Cowboys first though?
I'll get to them. I just want to get to the two laughing stocks first before we get to the big boys. Yeah, Go ahead, Smitty.
That man said laughing stock. Damn.
Well, it's the Giants. You see how it's the Giants. We own don't get me started on how we own the Giants and we got a penthouse in the hills in New York and New Jersey.
But I don't know. I mean, I want to see how it's scheduled, though. I mean, as far as them as a team, I mean, obviously,
right. As a team, that's what I meant, because we'll get to the schedule part next week.
Obviously, as a team, we should beat them. We should beat them both times, to be honest. I don't think they have an opportunity, but every team improves, so we're gonna see what happens. But I think they gonna beat the Giants, man, till further notice.
Yep. Next, let's get to the Washington Commanders. We faced them twice. Smitty, your thoughts on them? Awesomeness Sports. Before I get to them, Awesomeness Sports made a video talking about how the Eagles are trash. Go watch that little nonsense. She, of course, mentioned Desert Eagles. She mentioned King DV, Smitty, and your boy. Go watch it. I'm not even going to react to that, but Go ahead, Smitty. Your thoughts on Chase Daniels and the Commanders?
Who?
I think the Washington Commanders and their quarterback.
Oh,
What you
Jaden
said?
Daniels? Jaden Daniels? Oh.
I thought it was Chase Daniels. My bad.
He said Chase. I was like,
I thought
huh?
it was Chase.
I
My
don't
bad.
know, man. Here you go again, man.
Listen, they on
I said my
the
bad, King.
they in a rebuild, man. I mean, what else can you really say about what they got going on? I mean, they brought in new coaching. They brought in a new quarterback, new pieces all over. They got rid of guys. So they in a rebuild, man. They got to figure out their identity coming soon. So, as far as it's a division rival. They played us well last year, but they lost 2 games. They got swept. I don't see that much changing unless Jaden Daniels comes in and somehow he's having an outstanding season or something. I mean, I don't really see that changing right now. You know what I mean? They still building. But I like us to be able to, I like us. Listen, I like us a lot this year in the division. Well, I gotta see how it play out. I mean, I do like us. I mean, I think as far as like off season and where we was at compared to where we at now, like I think we should we got the best team in the division, man. Overall.
Yep. King Commanders.
That last comment. Oh, the Commanders. It's gonna be a reenaction.
Facts, Elena.
Reenacting.
You think that
A
boy lit?
reenacting. A reenacting of last season. Last season we swept them, but I don't think it's gonna be the same type of scoring. I think that we're gonna get it together. We're gonna have it together. So it's no reason why the Commanders should be one of those teams that we should be like, all right. But we need to also know that with all the moves that we made and we had being excited about these moves and everything, it's a target on our back still. So these teams are going to come out playing hard. So, but we can sweep the Commanders. I'm not worried about the Commanders.
Exactly. Now let's get to our
opportunity.
next opponent.
Pardon me for a
these young
second.
people, whether it's the draft, coming in here without having, which we've done at times in the past when we obviously brought in a Cooks and we bring in a Gilmore. It makes it hard for some of these guys to come in and play and beat those guys out. Obviously, there's going to be some opportunities. And, we do have some guys who didn't play for us last year. An Overshown, a John Stevens, who was on his way to making this team before he tore his ACL. You have a Diggs who you didn't get to play. You didn't see play but a couple of games last year, so we're going to have him back. So there's a lot of different moving parts that we didn't have that were a part of this team in addition to the draft. And, of course, when we make these draft picks, they're going to.
King Street Rats. I love these clips. Street Rats, King.
Shout out Eagles has landed. Yeah, I just got this done. I got this done at Lids. I had to get it, threaded, but appreciate you. Cowboys, man. Like I said, man, they not like us, man. I'm acting different, man. They not like us, man. Not sleeping on them at all. Honestly,
Right.
and just be realistic. To be realistic, not sleeping on them at all. But I know for the Cowboys' sake, it's going to be a lot harder, especially with a guy like Saquon Barkley. Bruh, like I think that it's going to make it difficult for like a Michael Parsons, Dexter Lawrence, those guys. It's going to be difficult for them. And I feel like our receivers versus their cornerbacks is that's basically going to be the matchup. They feel like Bland is a decent guy. He can go on the other side, and they feel like Diggs coming back. He can go up against AJ Brown. So I don't know. I feel like it can be split, but I will want to sweep like every season. I want to. I want to split. I don't want to split. I want the sweep. Once we get the sweep, then I can talk about trash.
Exactly. I want the sweep too. I deserve a sweep. I've been begging for a sweep since the day y'all been running your street rat mouths. But that's just me. Go ahead, Smitty.
Oh, hey, that's wild, Eagles Nation. That's wild. I ain't gonna even say nothing about it. That's wild. Jesus Christ. Man, listen, the Cowboys, they seem to always be a good team, but we know they had a few things they had to change up this offseason. They had to bring in, a few pieces. That running back room ain't looking, as stout as it usually looks. The wide receiver room is more dependent on, your boy to go get money. I mean, this year, CeeDee Lamb gonna have to put in the work. You know what I mean? I didn't see them go get anybody. People tell me that Talbert and all these guys are gonna step up. Until I see it, I can't give them any credit for what they haven't done. Brandon Cooks wasn't cooking last year. Diggs is coming back off an injury. You gotta hope he's able to come back and be the same guy he can be. Bland is now going to be, the full-time starter on the other side, playing wide receiver twos, man. He might be better, he might be worse. So we got to see a lot about that team, man. They had guys, step away from the team, guys that are now on the Commanders, that were on their team, some guys on the Jets that was on their team. Like, their coaching staff is going. That's a new defense. That's not a Dan Quinn defense. That's a Mike Zimmer defense. He's coming in. The scheme is going to change. So I don't really know exactly where I got them, but okay. Sources say NFL scheduled to come out Thursday at 8 p.m. Heard.
Breaking news. That's what's
Breaking
up.
news. There you go.
Yeah, thanks for that information. Yeah, I'm happy about it.
There you go.
So yeah, man. So we got to see what the Cowboys got. Obviously, any division rival you want to get the sweep. It's long awaited, man. I would love to get the sweep, but we're gonna see what happens.
Yep. Now,
but before you go, Cool Cat.
Yep.
My man, the ball Zeke, said that he back on off of Snake Way. Any Dragon Ball fans out here, he's back on off of Snake Way, saying that he's here to get a ring. This is what he wants to do. This is what he said. So I just want people to know that regardless if it's a target on our back, it's always going to be a target on the Cowboys' back because this is supposed to be America's team, right? Zeke ain't what Zeke was. Honestly, I don't care how good he looks running around trash cans. I don't care about that. What I do care about is they don't have no offensive line like that. And the offensive line that they do have, we could get over on them, especially with at the helm, to the point where he's gonna have he about to fall Snake Way. What Hurt is about to do with these defensive line, man, y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see what's about to happen. I'm gonna tell y'all now, the defensive line is gonna be working. Jordan Davis is gonna be working. Milton Williams is gonna be working. Jalen Carter's gonna be working. I'm not worried about none of that, man. Look, we're not going to have the type of games that we had last year that we biting our nails, but I wouldn't be shocked if we did, because it is the Philadelphia Eagles, and they always give me headache.
Yep. And before we continue on with previewing our opponents, salute to the 120 people watching on everybody's channel and Facebook and X. Please, if you haven't, please subscribe to Cool Cat Connor. Please subscribe to Birds of Broad Street, King DV Smitty. Please subscribe to all of our channels. If you're on X, please go to YouTube. That's Cool Cat Connor, Birds of Broad Street, King DV, and Smitty. Every like, every subscription is free $99. It don't cost nothing but free $99. So please subscribe to all of our channels and salute to everybody that's liking and subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. So let's get to the Cleveland Browns and your thoughts on them, King.
This is going to go into the discussion me and Smitty had on Wednesday about that right guard position.
Mm-hmm.
That right guard position got to be shored up, man. Got to be able to, Miles is a monster, man, and that's who I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about him. I'm not really too concerned about the offense because I feel like that we can get to the quarterback, but Miles is another monster, man, and we got to show up that right guard position. And I'm be looking to see what they do there when that time comes, regardless of how the scheduling is. But I feel like this is also another game that we could win. So I feel like we could win this one too.
Smitty?
Well, if I go off hold on, Cleveland. They defense don't travel, so that defense is not the same as it is on the road as it is at home, and they got to come to my crib. So I think it's obviously a winnable game. I definitely think that offensive line need to be shored up though, because they do have a pretty decent pass rush. I think our defensive line also need to be shored up because they have a pretty good running game. You know what I mean? So no matter how much we can get to Deshaun Watson, that's not their game one plan. The game one plan is to get that guy, Nicholas Chubb, the ball and let him run it. So I'm in a good spot, man. I think that's a winnable game, but it's also a losable game, man. They also not a bad team. They got better this offseason also. They got a couple pieces on their offense, couple pieces on their defense. So we haven't had an opportunity to clash with them in a minute. So it's gonna be fun to see.
Yep, I agree. Atlanta Falcons, Smitty, you're up next with the Atlanta Falcons.
Man, Kirk Cousins pappy, man. He is pappy, man. I don't think the man beat us in his career, and if he has, it had to be back when he was with the Reds, when they was the Redskins. So, yeah, he going to a new team with better talent, but Atlanta, I mean, they don't scare me in no way, shape, or form. Yes, they have a new quarterback, but they still the Atlanta Falcons. So, out of all the teams in the NFC South, that's the team I'm most confident we can win against.
King?
I feel like they're going to come out with that same agenda like last season that all quarterbacks and all offensive coordinators had, whereas though they try to get rid of the ball quickly. I don't think it's going to work here. I think we got younger. Well, I know that we got younger on the defensive side of the ball. That's what a lot of people are scared about, with Bijan Robinson, Kirk Cousins, they tight end. They got some guys, wide receivers, but at the same time, the quarterback got to be protected. And I feel like that our guys, the way I feel like that we're going to be set up, I think that our guys would, get to the quarterback and they're going to break up all that nonsense. I don't know what Dev 10 is talking about, but I don't think we're going to lose this game, especially at home. Kirk Cousins is one of those guys that, just lack of melanin Dak Prescott. I feel like that he's going to make the mistakes. And, we're going to win that game. I'm not really too concerned about that game either.
Yep. Let's see. I like Trevor
Keegan.
Yeah, I like Trevor Keegan, but I think Steen will at least start the season at right guard.
I don't know that, man. I can't. I don't want to put no faith in that because he only had 9 snaps. I mean, you would think so, but only person I'm shooting. There's only 3 people on that offensive line I think got locked in positions. The other spot is 4 guys.
4.
The other spot is up for grabs. I think that's a battle, man. I think it's going to be a shootout. Let the best man win.
Yeah, you got Steen, Keegan, and what's the third one?
It could be Hennessy or it can be Makai Becton. I think it's gonna be Becton. It's gonna be the third one.
Yeah. It's all about how much that Tyler Steen learned. That's probably going to make it a battle with someone, but at the end of the day, it might be more experienced guy there. And then also you got to work route on the right side with Lane Johnson. So I don't know.
Yep. So let's see. We see.
Jigga, they came out with some reports saying that Stoutland said he gonna try to cross train him at guard and see if he can transition.
Yep, there you go. So next up for the home games is the Panthers. King.
You know how you go to, like, you say, yo, I need to grab this from the store, but I ain't got
Mhm.
that much money. Like, this is a gimme. This is really a gimme. Like, it's not really like this is really a gimme, man. And this is just me being confident in the team, but we can't lose to the Carolina Panthers at home. We
Right.
can't. I feel like that. The only person, if you tell me that the only person that we got to worry about is Thielen, the quarterback, of course, if those two people, Miles Sanders
No,
will be coming back.
hold on. You know they drafted two wide receivers too. One of them you like. They got Xavier Legette.
Yeah, that's cool. But I think that he's not gonna ball out. I'm good. I'm
I don't
good.
think they. I mean, I ain't gonna say gimme because it's the NFL game, but you should beat the team that was the worst
This
team
is
last year. This year,
Man, I'm
you
saying it.
definitely
I'm
should.
saying it. It's a
I ain't gonna do.
gimme. It's a
I ain't gonna do
goddamn
it
gimme.
because we
Man,
said
look,
gimme a lot of times last year and got punched in our mouth. I ain't doing that no more. I can't put
because
my neck out there like that.
but you know why, man. We got better coordinators and better positional coaches this year. Like we good. We good. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all better be suited and booted.
I'm not finna
Cause
put
look,
my neck out there again, and then we be sitting up here looking crazy. Nah, I think we should
but
win that game,
come
but
on,
I
man.
ain't saying no gimme now.
A gimme, bro. This is a gimme game, bro. This is a game that
I,
they should be.
I, I
You remember the Sixers. The Sixers, their last game that they just lost.
yeah.
They bought tickets. They should buy tickets to this game and just hand them out. Nobody gonna want to see this massacre.
Of course, nobody. There's not a person alive now. It will fill up because we are Eagle fans and we pack the link for every game. But when it comes to the Panthers, please, some people could be thinking, let's watch it at home. Let's chill.
Like
But
I said, we should win the game. I'm 100% certain we should, but I ain't gonna put my foot in my mouth like that yet.
Not Smitty being the sensible one out of the bunch.
I can't do it, bro. I did it all last year. Oh yeah, we gonna win this game, bro. This should be a gimme. We lost it. We lost to Tommy DeVito and the Giants, bro.
yeah, and the Jets. Don't get me started on the
And
Jets.
Bryce Young better than Tommy DeVito. Bryce Young better than Drew Lock.
These offensive lines, the trenches for these teams.
That's what they rebuilt. They brought in 2 guards and a tackle this offseason. Not rookies. Off of free agency. They brought in some good pieces. That's why I say
We shall see. But
it should be
should
a
be a
win.
win.
But I ain't ready to give out no predictions yet. So
Yeah,
No. I'm not giving out predictions.
yeah. They're not.
It might be totally different.
Yeah,
It might
they
be
can
totally
go out.
different.
They go
Yeah,
out tomorrow and get Devontae Adams, and we sitting up here looking like, oh man, what?
Right, that's what I said. It could be totally different by the time
Right.
we do predictions.
That's why I said we're not giving our predictions yet because, again, ladies and gentlemen, it's May. We don't even know what some of these rosters look like right now. So we're just giving our early thoughts. We're not giving our predictions yet. And that'll be the same way next Sunday when we react to the schedule. It's thoughts, not predictions because it's May. So Doug Peterson is coming back, Smitty, for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So what's your thoughts?
You always want to beat the guy that was here before. That team is very disappointing at times. You know what I mean? Like they very inconsistent. They did go out and address but they did lose a receiver, but they addressed the receiver with a rookie. They got some holes though, man. So I obviously think this could be a good game, man. Trevor Lawrence versus Jalen Hurts, and they got some guys that's rising in the ranks on the defensive end. We got some new guys on the defensive end. I think this could be an interesting fill-out game for what each team is at in the NFL season this year.
Yeah, King.
Next time we played these guys at home, man, we were down 14-0 early.
Yeah,
And
in the rain, by the way. I was there in the rain.
Jalen Hurts had to, work his magic to get us back into the game, and then the Eagles did the rest. But I digress. I think that Doug Peterson is going to try to beat us. They're going to try to fill out the strategy of what we're going to try to do. This should be a winnable game, but it's more so that a lot of teams are going to play us hard. At the end of the day, I'm just talking smack. But at the end of the day, Carolina could beat us, Jacksonville could beat us. We don't know what can happen. All that being said, man, I just think that we're going to be too much for the Jaguars, and I feel like that a lot of things will be exposed that game on their end because they do have a lot of holes and they are inconsistent, like Smitty said. So yeah, I just think this is a winnable game.
Yep. Now we already know week 1 it will be the Philadelphia Eagles hosting the Green Bay Packers in Brazil. So, King, your early thoughts on the Brazil game?
This could be a possible game that we will lose. It could be a possible. It can be. Will we? Oh no, man. We ain't going to lose this damn game, man. I ain't worried about this shit. Look.
I love King.
I'm not worried about it. But we can lose. We can lose because the Packers are a great organization. They made some great moves in the off season. But we're not going to lose this game, bro. It's going to be a tight game. It's going to be a close game, but we're not going to lose this game. Jordan Love needs to be just held under wraps. I'm looking for my defensive line to, cause some wreck in the backfield and everything like that. They don't have Aaron Jones anymore. So yeah, this is a winnable game too. But I don't see us losing this game. Even if we win by a field goal, it's going to be tight. I'm not saying we're going to blow them out, but I don't see us losing this game.
Yeah, Smitty.
All right, this is one of the iffy games for me because of what they do have as a team and what they built on last year. I do have it as an iffy, but they're young too, so you also got to see if they can replicate those same results year 2. I would love to go to Brazil and get this done. I would love to start the season out 1-0, 100%. The Packers have a good team. We got a good team. I think this one's gonna be one of them ones where if we beat them bad, the season could be on a good roll. I mean, just being real. But I also know they did get, they went and got Josh Jacobs. They went and got Xavier McKinney. So guys that we were interested in bringing in here, ended up over there. So we gonna see, man. They do got a stout defense. They had a pretty decent offense last year, but they did lose some pieces too. So I think that's gonna be one of them games where it can get brutal. It can be very close, or it could be one of those games where we put the league on notice early.
Yep. So the Pittsburgh Steelers is PA versus PA. Smitty, your thoughts on the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Hulk smash. Now, this is a game, you know what I mean? I love saying I beat them just because they share the same state as my team. Like, you know what I'm saying? This should be winnable. I don't really. They always decent, right? They always have winning seasons or whatever you want to call it. But I don't think I remember the last time I played them. You know what I mean? It got ugly. It got ugly. So they didn't get much better from that time to now. They did get a little bit better. They brought in a quarterback. They wide receiver core maybe a little bit better. But the same cornerbacks that was there, you know what I'm saying, 2 years ago in 2022, still on that team. So they very familiar with us. You know what I mean? They had a big day, so it's probably gonna be a little personal. AJ Brown and them guys, you know what I'm saying? He did do a couple things that they might not feel too happy about. So but I think this should be another win for us in the books. It should be. It shouldn't. I don't think they their structure of their roster isn't close to ours. They got a few pieces that are better than pieces we got in certain places, but overall team, they're not constructed better than us, top to bottom. So I think we should win that game.
King.
Man, Pennsylvania Bowl, man. It's always fun to watch, man. Talk trash to the old heads that's Steelers fans in Philly. But man, I just want us to just watch out for TJ Watt if he's healthy, man. Knock on wood, I want him to stay healthy. I think he's a great player. But we just gotta watch out for TJ Watt and making a difference on that defense. But overall, man, we this is a winnable game as well. Like Smitty said, the secondary didn't change. We're gonna test that out early. I feel like I also feel like that the running game is going to help us a lot, just diminish the pass rush. Um this is a winnable game. I don't think that, Russell Wilson will be able to do it. I just don't think so. So yeah, I think this is a winnable game.
Yep. So now let's get to the away games. We already talked about our division, but let's go ahead and get to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We lost to them in the wild card round. Let's not, So, King, go ahead and talk about the Bucs.
Revenge.
Looking for revenge.
Not just for last year. The season before too.
Mm-hmm.
Not the season before, a couple seasons before, I should say.
Yeah.
We keep losing to them in Florida.
Well, we beat them last year. We 1-1 last year.
What you mean?
We beat them week 3, remember?
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about when we played them in the playoffs when Tom Brady was there.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. But
well, this don't count for that, goddamn. I need them to make it back to the playoffs. I need to see them one more time. Hold on.
But no, we
twice.
I think our team that was there last season, the players that was there last season is going to have a chip on their shoulder, and they're going to want to in this earlier. This one could be a fourth quarter. Jalen Hurts is sitting. It could be.
Could be. Go ahead, Smitty.
I was
no. I gotta talk Smitty off the lid sometimes. No. He's going to anyway.
I'm gonna just go to Tampa, man. People be tripping, bro. They be gaslighting me, bro. I swear. That's craziness. All right, Tampa Bay. Obviously, they lost some pieces on that defensive end. One of them is on our team, Devin White. So we're gonna see what they got, man. It's a totally different team. We understand that every year it's a different team in football. I need my get back though, because you put me out 2 times in the playoffs, but this one make me feel better. You know what I mean? I need to see you in the playoffs again. But we did beat them one time last year in the regular season. I still didn't feel good enough. I need a blowout or something, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm sorry, DV. Mr. Travis, can you explain to me how Eli Ricks is better than Quinyon Mitchell? Because in every statistic, in every shape, way, or form, Quinyon is the better cornerback. Man coverage, zone, tackling, reading defense, IQ. He better than him in all aspects of the game. So I don't understand how what you've seen in Ricks in his I come on the field and get penalties. I don't know what you've seen. So I'm wondering for you to help me understand, how is Eli Ricks better than Quinyon Mitchell? We can move on to the next opponent until he responds though.
Okay. The LA Rams, Smitty.
I think they definitely got better. But they also got worse. They're missing a big piece in the middle of their defensive line, but they did address that. They went and got Jared Verse, and they went and got Brandon Fisk. They brought in some guys, man, to replenish that D line, that offense. That offense is gonna be better. So we usually have a good game with them. We've been playing the Rams for consistently for a minute, so I don't understand why we keep having to go out there, but I don't understand why they don't come to us. You know what I mean? It's always at LA. We ain't had when do they come to Philly? I want to
They came to Philly in COVID year 2020.
Yeah, but we've been back-to-back seasons. I want to say 3 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. 2022, 23, and 24.
Yeah. You see his response?
Oh. Hold on.
NFL experience. Bruh, this man got as much NFL experience as me. What? Come on, bruh. You gotta stop that, man. And a number 20. Come on, bro. Listen, you go look at Ricks as a prospect, look at Quinyon Mitchell as a prospect, take Toledo out of the equation. Quinyon Mitchell is the better cornerback. You take him right now with Ricks having a year in the NFL. If they thought he was better, you don't draft a first round cornerback. He's obviously not showing up in practice in the form where they believe we could throw him in as the starter. Now, if you want to say he got more experience because he's played a few extra snaps, I mean, I can agree with you on that. I can't argue that he hasn't. Quinyon hasn't played any snaps, but the snaps that Eli Ricks played did not make me sit on the edge of my seat and say he needs a starting position. He gave me hope that he has potential to be a better cornerback with good coaching, that he can improve, and you know what I'm saying, he can probably at some day be decent enough to be on the starting lineup for sure. But as far as him being better than Quinyon, no way possible. And it's not close. It's not
Eli Ricks' best game was against the Dolphins, and that was against a hurt, wobbling Dolphins wide receiver core. That was his best game for me. He's not one of those guys that jumps off the board with me. A lot of people are not even talking about him in the offseason. They talk more about Kelly Ringo. But overall, man, Eli Ricks probably, like, his stock probably dropped in the DB room, only because of the two guys that we just brought in here. Just to be honest, he's going to have to fight a little bit harder not to be on that practice squad. I'm just saying.
I don't think Cooper affects him because of how many different positions Cooper is going to be asked to play. But I definitely think he moved back for sure, because when you drafted Quinyon Mitchell at 22, everybody moved a step back except for Slay. He the only person that you could say didn't take a step back. But Bradbury is obviously out of there.
Stay on this team?
Do who?
Tyler Hall.
I was looking at some numbers, right? And I see some tape. I think his biggest thing is going to be how he shows up in camp. He can make this roster, bro. I mean, depending on, I don't know, what they plan on doing with Isaiah Rodgers. I don't know what they plan on doing with Cooper DeJean, where they plan on lining them up at. But I think it's a lot of guys in that DB room that is looking for a spot, and it's gonna be a battle to come out that room. That's why even if you was to keep a guy like Bradbury, I don't think he can make it out of camp. I don't think he can beat those guys out.
There you go. King, the Rams.
I think this is going to be a good test for our DB room. They got two good, if they're healthy, of course. They got two good receivers. They got an experienced quarterback, championship quarterback that can actually, get over on our pass rush and everything like that. So it could be difficult at times, but this should be still a winnable game. And Eagles travel to LA too, regardless of what Smitty just said about us not playing them here. They do travel to LA pretty good, so it could be half and half. I'm not going to say we're going to take over, but it could be half and half.
We played them so much. I'm like, dang, do we own SoFi? Is that a home game?
I don't know, man, but they got the Nets out west though. So look, but anyway, man, I think this is a winnable game. Also, right now, of course, we're not going to have us losing too many games, but when we break down everything, how the teams, the rosters, and the depth charts goes, now we can actually get to the nitty gritty to the point where we can give y'all record predictions. But for right now, this is a winnable game.
Hey, somebody talking to you about Anais, bro.
What do you say?
Candy. I don't know if it's a she or he, but Candy. He was at Candy and them leading receiver. Yes, he knows how to run route. I told you, I think the problem with me, I think it was they just didn't ask him to run but like 4 or 5 routes. I don't think he had.
That's what I'm saying.
Like when I'm not saying he though, when I watch his pro day, go back and watch his pro day just to see him running different routes that you don't see him run on the field. They look crisp. They look nasty.
But that's what I'm saying, Candy. I'm not saying he don't know how to run routes. The video is just like Smitty said. I didn't see his pro day, but I did see tape on him. What's that? Oh, I did see tape on him, but at the same time, he was only asked to run a couple routes. It wasn't like it was, he's the best route runner on the team. No, but he said pro day he was running some routes. So I go back and look at that. I'm not saying he's not a good wide receiver, and I'm not saying that he cannot. He can't beat a Paris Campbell for that wide receiver 3 position. I want him to. I need him to, because I'm tired of having these older guys or these NFL experienced guys. Like, I need something different. We drafted this guy for a reason. I think that he needs to see the field.
There you go. So, all right, the next opponent is Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. So, go ahead, King.
I think this is a game that we could possibly lose. We could possibly lose depending on how they're rocking with King Henry, of course, Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers. And then also, they did lose a linebacker. They lost a linebacker to the Pittsburgh Steelers, but at the same time, I do want to see how the defense is in the middle is rocking as well. But this is a game that we could lose. This is this is a team. This is a team that probably scared the rest of the league. What's going on, Gene? Man, you missed a lot, man.
We covered the schedule.
Yeah, we just covering our opponents. But
I'm about 50. I'm about 50. I'm about 50-50 with this game, by the way.
Yeah. So, Smitty?
I don't know, man. I mean, DV said it's a game we can lose. Offensively, they ain't gonna change much, but defensively, like, they lost their DC. They got a new DC coming in there, man. And this
they did lose him. I forgot.
They DC a head coach of Seattle right now. So the team we seen last year just might not be the team we see this year, man. We see how teams, change from year to year. It's gonna be a close one though, because Lamar gives anybody problems. Not just the Eagles, not just anybody in particular. He gives every team in the league problems because he's that elusive. He's that dynamic. He's so athletic, man. So hopefully we can give him a good game and give him a good run. I mean, they did, add some pieces to that offense, but obviously, like I said, the defensive coordinator is changing. So, yeah, Gene, you missed a lot, but it ain't nothing you ain't gonna hear that we ain't gonna go over again. So, not today, but over time, we will have to cover all these things again because teams will change.
Yep. The next one is Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. So go ahead, Smitty.
This the game I really want to see. Like, I think this is technically, to me, the best quarterback on our journey this year. He's the top dog out of all these quarterbacks on this list. And I really want to see how we fend against him in his passing game. Obviously, they lost Tyler Boyd. They lost Joe Mixon. They lost a couple defensive pieces. Also, you got some guys asking for trades, so we don't know how this team is going to look. But I want to really see how my defense stacks up against Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and right now T. Higgins, if he's still there. Whoever they have at other positions, because in prior years, Fangio hasn't fared well against good quarterbacks, and since we've been in this Fangio type scheme, we haven't fared well against good quarterbacks. So I'm ready to see what we can do against them. If he's healthy, though, Joe Burrow on the field is obviously very dynamic, man. He could pick you apart in a multitude of ways. You ain't got to worry about him doing too much running, but his arm is lethal. He can make all the throws. So I do want to win this game. I would love to see a win out of this game. I wouldn't be surprised if it's very close, if it comes down to something like a field goal or so. But these is one of those games where we only got, to me, it's only 2 or 3 good quarterbacks on this list that we have to play this year, maybe 4. I would say Dak, Matt, Lamar, Joe Burrow, and it's iffy if what Kirk Cousins or Deshaun Watson gonna be. So, and then I got to give Jordan Love another year because last year was basically his rookie season, so I don't know. So you know what I mean. This is one of those games where you want to step up, you want to see your defense perform, you want to see us get the opportunity to shut a guy like Joe Burrow down if we could. You know what I mean? That if it was early in the season, we was able to get a good defensive performance against him. It could spark some type of momentum and push us through. So I do want to see this game.
Yep. King?
Not on the same type time that Smitty just said about Jordan Love and all that. I agree with him with Joe Burrow though. The only reason why I'm not on that same type time is because they disrespected our quarterback. They disrespected our quarterback and putting this guy over Jalen Hurts. I don't give a damn.
Who?
Jordan Love on certain QB charts, especially ESPN. But Joe Burrow, he can make this game very difficult, man. This is still a winnable game, but he can make it very difficult. T. Higgins might not be there. But this gives the opportunity for us to, see where we're at, because this is one of those teams that could be very dangerous. They could be, especially at home. But I would love to see a win here. I don't want us to go back to Philly, or I don't know how it's going to plan out on the schedule, but I don't want us to go back home with a loss overhead against Joe Burrow, because they're not going to allow that down.
Exactly. And finally, our last opponent is the New Orleans Saints. King, your thoughts on the Saints?
Okay. It's possible. It's possible. I mean, but I just see us winning this game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, because I went to that game a couple years ago, and I know what type of team and type of coaching staff they got. But I think that we can win this game too.
Yeah, before I pass it to Smitty, let me give my thoughts on the Saints. Point blank period, ladies and gentlemen. Jalen freaking Hurts is the Saints' daddy. Enough said. Go ahead, Smitty.
What am I supposed to say about the Saints?
Your thoughts. Your thoughts, if you got any.
I mean, listen, the only time the Saints are really successful against us is the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Outside of the playoffs, we pretty much beat the Saints, man. So I think we should beat them. And it should be get back, because Gardner Minshew. Yep. I think it should be get back. 100%. Yeah, Gardner Minshew choked this game away. We should have had a better pick, even though we still got the guy we wanted. But you know what I mean? I want to see.
Yep, and that's our all opponents. We'll find out this Thursday where we're going to be at, what's the spot for each team. So, and we'll give our pre-May prediction, which subject to change. So be ready for that. Let's see. Let's read some comments before we wrap up. Right, we're going young on defense. I see some of y'all talking 17-0 until proven otherwise. Well, you don't know that. Let's see. Hey, John, GG. Let's see. Right until we see otherwise. Exactly. Emmanuel Walker said, we want these AFC opponents. Good work. Yeah, I mean, it's the AFC North we're facing as well, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah. So we'll see how it is when it comes to the AFC North. But that's all it is for the day. So, King, your final thoughts?
We look on paper, no matter how we feel like, just being honest, right, that this team should be dominant and everything like that. Look, we still got to play between them numbers. And, other teams got better. We just sat up there and ran through who our opponents are. But the way that the schedule is put together, injuries come into play, everything comes into play. It's some games out there that could be sleepers, or be those type of games that we're looking over and we end up losing. So it's one of those things that you think that your team is the best, but at the end of the day, it's any given Sunday. So we just got to keep that in the back of our mind. We was just sitting up here talking trash, having a good time with you guys, but long story short, I think that we know we got a lot more work to do. It's only May. But look, man, follow me on every social media platform, King DV Sports. I'm trying to build back up the channel, and basically I have more in store for you guys. So if you don't want to miss no real Eagles content and everything, I suggest you subscribe to the channel and go Birds.
Go Birds. Go ahead, Smitty.
Nah, man, it's been an exciting offseason. We're gonna continue to run, man. It's nothing in front of us but time. So content is gonna continue to come. On the check down, we started our bottom 5 this week. I don't know if y'all caught the bottom 5, but I'll give it to y'all real quick. Coming in at 32, we got the Panthers. 31, we got the Broncos. 30, we got the Patriots. 29, we got the Giants. 28, we got the Commanders. We releasing another 5 this week. We've already done the 5 too. It's interesting. But I ain't gonna get no spoilers. But if y'all want to tune in, man, and catch the next one, it's fun doing this, man. I didn't think I was gonna have as much fun, really, deliberating with other comrades and putting people in order. But I want to see what we gonna come in at. That's why I'm ready. But we in the top 20 as far as this week voting. It's getting tough, people. But we have 5 teams. The only thing I can tell y'all is the Eagles, in my opinion, should be top 5. I mean, we should be. But it's a week-to-week basis, man. So we voting week to week. So if y'all tune in, man, it's good content for y'all. Come find out what your team, man. I know everybody here not Eagle fans, Cowboys fans, any other team that's out there that's watching us, man. Commanders, Bills, whoever. Come check us out on Saturdays, man, at noon. And y'all keep the faith with the Eagles, man. It's always fly, Eagles fly. It's always go Birds, man. It's only gonna get better from here. The only thing we can do now is strap the helmet on, put the cleats on, and get on the field, So I'm ready to see what we can do. See how the season can turn out. Hopefully we can carry some momentum and get it working.
Yep. For me, y'all know what it is. Cool Cat Mitch tomorrow. Birds of Broad Street with me, Moon, Smitty, One Trey Rock. The word of the day is schedule. We'll talk about the schedule and rookie minicamp. Of course, Inside the Nest with King DV and Smitty every Wednesday. The Check Down every Saturday. Bird Talk, Jalen Freaking Hurts podcast, and others content coming from your boy. And of course, Broad Street Aftermath every Sunday. Please subscribe to the Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel. We got 164 subscribers. I wanted to get to 1,000 before we get to Brazil. So please subscribe to the Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel. We got Broad Street Aftermath. We got Broad Street News, Broad Street Post Game Show, and of course, BOBS. So get ready for a lot more content on that. So for King DV, Smitty, and your boy, for every Eagles off season, there's always an aftermath. Peace. Fly,